Hello, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel at Avid Readers Club. Today, I have unpicked a book I think you're going to enjoy. This book talks about friendship, it talks about our community and how safe we need to keep our spaces. It talks about how families even come together to get along. I really hope you enjoy this book as I enjoyed reading it. And the book I have for you today is the series from Lizard and Toad, and the author is Julia Johnson, and it is illustrated by Natalie Merheb. This On this series of adventure, we have Lizard and Toad as friends, and the story we'll be reading today is There Is No Place Like Home. Always remember the front of a book is called the front page or the front cover, and the back is called the back cover, or better still, it's called the blurb. Can you say that with me? Blurb. And in the blurb, we have something interesting about the story, which I'll be reading to you now. Remember to drop everything and read with me. So now here is me reading the blurb. Lizard and Toad are friends. They live in a wadi in the mountains of Arabia. Toad's curiosity often leads him into trouble, but clever Lizard always has a bright idea to help his friend out of a sticky situation. Follow Lizard and Toad in four exciting adventures. So in this particular story, in this particular book, we have four exciting adventures. We'll be reading two anyways, but today we'll only be reading the story titled There Is No Place Like Home. Drop everything and let's read together. Okay, where is my start? Okay, so here we go. Lizard and Toad are friends. They live in a wadi in the mountains of Arabia. When it rains, the wadi fills with water. The wadi is like a pond. That's how I think. That's what I think it is. It is hot in Arabia, and Toad likes to swim to keep cool. Lizard prefers to sunbath on a rock. So they are two friends. They like two different things, but they love the company of one another. This is Lizard and Toad's wadi. Wildflowers grow here, as well as shady trees, tall grasses, and beautiful ferns. And there are lots of juicy bugs. Toad and Lizard like to catch them with their long, sticky tongues. Can you stick out your tongue for me? Mmm, delicious. A big hungry bird is looking for breakfast. Look how Toad shouts Lizard. So, Lizard really watches out for his friend. Look at their wadi. It's a beautiful place. I really think the illustrator did an amazing job with this illustration. I mean, the graphics are so beautiful. One morning, some big cars appear in the wadi. Boys and girls and grown-ups climb out. There's a baby as well. They play loud music. The birds fly away, all because of the noise. The grown-ups build a fire and cook food. Everyone has lots to eat and drink. It's a picnic. Some of them swim in Toad's pool. Some of them ride on Lizard's rock. No one notices Lizard and Toad because they are hiding. At the end of the day, all the people pile into their cars. But look what they have left behind. Look at that. A lot of mess. Yes, they did leave a lot of mess behind. Look at my pool, says Toad. Yuck! It smells disgusting. And look at my rock, says Lizard. It's covered in scribbles. What's this? asks Toad, peering into a bottle. Ouch! cries Lizard as it threatens something sharp. But Toad has disappeared. Where are you, Toad? calls Lizard. But Toad doesn't answer. Lizard looks under a paper cup. Toad isn't there. Lizard looks inside a plastic bag, but Toad isn't there either. The lizard hears a small voice calling. In here, Lizard, in here. Toad has fallen into the bottle and can't get out. The sides are slippery. Wails Toad. Lizard has an idea. He picks a long blade of glass and dangles it inside the bottle. Toad grabs the end and Lizard begins to pull. Oops! Toad is too heavy and the blade of grass breaks. But Lizard is clever. He has a better idea. He scoops up water with a leaf and pours it into the bottle. As the bottle fills, Toad rises to the top and wriggles out. Can you wriggle your fingers for me? Wriggles out. Thank you, lizard. Thank you. I don't like this wadi anymore, says lizard sadly. Neither do I, Toad agrees. It's too dangerous. Or because they have come to litter where they stay, it has become dangerous and we do not want to stay in a place that is no longer safe. And that's also the same situation with lizard and toad. Lizard sets off up the mountainside. He runs fast. Toad tries to keep up, hopping along behind him. Wait for me, lizard. Finding a new home isn't easy. You can say that again. It's not easy to find a place, a new home especially. No flat roof for sunbathing. It's too crowded here. The neighbors don't look very friendly. No shady trees. There's no swimming pool. Many days go by. Poor lizard and toad. They've been displaced. I wish we could go home, says Toad one morning. Me too, Lizard agrees. They're almost there when they hear a noise. It's the sound of a car. Oh dear, says Toad. The car stops and they can hear voices. Come on, everyone, let's get to work. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Lizard and Toad peep over the edge of a rock. The wadi below them is full of rubbish. They can see children climbing out of the car. They are carrying big black bags. Let's see. Let's see what they are up to this time. The boys and girls start to pick up the empty cans and paper plates and plastic cups. Soon the bags are full. Let's scrub the scribble off this rug, says a boy. Let's clean the spool, says a girl, and she fetches a bucket from the car and dips it into the water to catch the smelly things which are floating around. Such a good boy and girl. So you see, boys and girls should clean. Boys clean up after after themselves, and girls also clean up their mess. Even if you need a help, you ask an adult. Just ensure that you're cleaning your spaces. You're clever, lizard, says Toad. What does it say? Do you know what it says? And there's a signpost here. Let's read what the signpost has to say. The signpost says, please keep this wadi beautiful by taking your rubbish home. When the car has gone, Lizard and Toad came down the mountainside. A lovely pole, says Toad, and shady trees and tall trees. Yes, Toad, and a good flat rock for sunbathing, says Lizard. It's just like home, says Toad. That's because it is home, Toad says. Lizard. Sorry, that's because it is home, Toad says Lizard. And then we say together, there is no place like home. Can you say it with me? There is no place like home. Home is the place we always want to be. Home, sweet home. Have you enjoyed reading the story? We have come to the end of the series of this particular story, Lizard and Toad. Tell me your thoughts even in the comment section. What other animals can we find in a wadi? What should people do to keep their community safe? What do you do to keep your community safe? Thank you so much for joining me today on this segment that I have tagged. Drop everything and read with me. Till I see you again next time. Bye.